You know what time it is, brother. Take us on this rundown. What's going on in the world of wrestling, my brother? Let us know.
I'm on my Damian Lillard. It's time, man. Let's get into it, man. Chicago made CM Punk. We back with the CM Punk news, baby. Now, this week it was a lot of rumors, going on around this guy's name. Well, Impact. Yes, I said it. Impact Wrestling. Apparently, they made an offer to CM Punk, and apparently that offer is taking place in Chicago, October 21st. Now, do y'all think he's really going to take this deal? Or is it just a rumor that's going on around the world? Me
I
personally,
honestly think he is.
No. You think so? Nah, man. Like he gonna be like a part of Impact?
I don't think he's gonna be a part of Impact like
saying,
officially, but I definitely think that he's gonna appear at that Chicago show. No?
Oh, just to I don't know. I think he's gonna go to Survivor Series. That's just me. I think they're trying to take us away from the rumors about him returning to WWE. But who knows? Who knows? It's Punk. Punk can do anything he wants. Who knows?
I think it's both. I think he's gonna pull up at Impact for a one night off. Something really cool, simple. He might even do a match. I think he'll have a lot of fun. But I also think I don't really think he's pulling up a Survivor Series. I really don't. I don't. I think WWE is really swerving us very hard, and they're gonna keep teasing him. But then Survivor Series is gonna come. He's not gonna show up, and then we're gonna all let our guard down and be like, "Oh, I guess that just is what it is." He's not pulling up, but then he's gonna pull up at the Royal Rumble, and it's gonna be like the best kept secret ever. And he's gonna pull up at number 30 or something and challenge for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That's what I really feel.
Question. So I've always believed that he was pulling up at Survivor Series the day he got fired. Now, do you guys think that was originally in the plan for him to return at Survivor Series until it got leaked? So they had to backtrack and make some new moves, or what?
I'm honestly starting to feel like it was never a plan. I feel like WWE is playing into it because it's getting engagement, and at the end of the day, engagement is the name of the game. If people are engaging, then WWE is winning. But I am honestly starting to believe that we were led astray. I don't think CM Punk is ever returning to WWE. I think he wants to. I think CM Punk is open to it, but I'm starting to believe that Triple H and the brass above him are not cool with the idea of CM Punk in WWE. So I think we're setting ourselves up by expecting this to even happen. Like at Survivor Series, when CM Punk does not return, I want y'all to understand that you can't be mad at WWE. I don't want to see y'all tweeting. I don't want to see y'all screaming and yelling because WWE never said that CM Punk was returning. They might have teased like a couple things on TV, but at the end of the day, you got your hopes up for this. You the one who set yourself up to believe that CM Punk was coming. So don't be mad at them when he don't.
We can't make that same mistake we did with Rock at Mania earlier this year.
Nah, CM Punk is definitely returning back. But it's definitely not going to be at Survivor Series. It's definitely going to be at the Rumble. Because we're counting on him returning at Survivor Series. We're counting on it. And it's just not. It's just like it's the huge swerve. I mean, bro, I already see it, man. Like I already see. Like I see what they're doing. They did the same thing with Cody Rhodes, the exact same thing with Cody Rhodes.
It's a little different.
And except we knew that he was coming. Except we knew he was coming back. And no, not even that. Remember when we were watching WrestleMania, we were kind of like, I don't really know if Cody Rhodes is really signed to WWE. Like I remember, Qwan, you and I were watching Mania together when he came back to wrestle Seth. We were kind of like, I don't really know if he's back or not, right? And they were doing all of these teases up until now. I don't think he's going to be at Survivor Series at all. I think that's the biggest swerve. I think they're gonna bring back Orton. They're gonna kind of flex us all, and they're gonna let this stuff die down, and they're not gonna talk about it. They're gonna stop teasing it, and then he's gonna pop up at Rumble, and we're all gonna go crazy. And let's just keep it a bean. If Punk signs back with WWE, only 2-3 people are gonna know, bro. It's nobody else is gonna know. It's the same thing with Cody. Only 2 or 3 people knew that he was really signed. Nobody else really knew that he was in that building until he popped up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So,
That's just me, even if CM Punk is talking to WWE right now, I promise the only people that knows about it is CM Punk, AJ Lee, Triple H, and maybe Vince McMahon or Ari Emanuel. But it's gonna be kept super tight if that does happen. But until then, hey, CM Punk to Impact, baby.
Sheesh.
CM Punk to Impact, bound for glory.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Facts.
if he's not returning at Survivor Series, guess who else is returning at Survivor Series? Randy Orton. Yes, it's been revealed that there's plans of Randy Orton returning. I am happy about this. I have missed my dog. This is my guy, man. This is my guy. He's a part of, technically our childhood. Like technically. Because he came around when we was all in high school. That's kind of crazy. So it sucks that Riddle is not here with us anymore. But
not really.
It is what it is. Well, the Arcade Bro was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope.
It was.
But shout out to Randy, yo. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. As much as I love Randy, I'm not that excited. I'm not that excited, man. My heart was set on CM Punk. Unfortunately, I convinced myself that Triple H was gonna re-sign CM Punk, and now that I kind of feel like that's not the case, it seems like they're just gonna insert Orton in that space and expect us to like be excited about it. But honestly, a lot of people are just gonna be let down because Randy Orton is dope. He's a big deal, but we've seen Randy Orton in WWE for the last 20 years. We've been wanting to see Punk. So not having Punk and having Orton is just like, yo, this is dope, but like, okay, it's more of the same that we've been seeing. So I got to be honest. I love Randy Orton, but I'm not excited. I'm not.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see CM Punk CM Punk. I'm excited to see Randy Orton against some of the newer talent that is out. Like I want to see Randy Orton versus LA Knight. I want to see Randy. We still haven't seen Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, by the way. That is not going down. That's not the Tribal Chief versus the Viper. We have not seen that. I know it's hard to think, but they have not crossed paths. They have not crossed paths at all. So that would be really fun. I do kind of want to see Seth versus Randy again. Seth versus Randy. I want to see that again with Seth being this new guy. We haven't seen those two cross paths. And then I want to see Randy put over some new talent. And I know he's got about 5-10 more years in him. So put over the next wave of talent and get on out of here, man. Start a faction. I would love to see a new Randy faction. Get some of these younger guys and put them over. Like, get back into that top space, man. Put some guys over. That'd be tight.
I want to see something fresh.
Randy's always
I want to see Randy and AEW, man. I want to see Randy over there with Edge and
whatever
and Daniel.
You just want CM Punk back, and you're disappointed. It's okay. We get it.
It's just the same old thing. Like we love Randy Orton. Don't get me wrong, but we've been seeing Randy Orton for 20 years. Like. Give me something fresh and new, man. Randy Orton ain't fresh and new. Randy Orton is the same old shit. I'm sorry. It is. But shout out to Randy Orton. He a legend.
You're a legend. You're a legend, man.
Give him a faction. Give him a new faction. I want to see a new Randy faction, and Lord knows we could use it. We could use a couple new guys getting put over with Randy, and yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, shout out Randy, man. So now, according to Fightful, Jade Cargill's first WWE feud will be Tamina.
Come on, man.
Is that the right or wrong call, you guys? Listen, this is what I gotta say. I know this is crazy because she's new, but I would have loved for her first feud would be against Charlotte Flair. That's just me. Like I feel like that would have been incredible, but it's probably too soon. She's not ready for that stage yet because Charlotte is a GOAT.
The GOAT.
He
GOAT.
showed me the vision. Charlotte's the GOAT, man. Oh my
God. One of the best wrestlers of all time. Like not women, one of the best wrestlers of all time.
I didn't believe it at first, but Sylvan showed me the vision, man. She's insane. So, what do you guys think about this, man?
Man, Jade Cargill's first
Qwan looking
Tamina. I'm not mad at it. We know what this is. We understand what this is. Jade Cargill has to come in strong, so she had to beat somebody down. And we've already used the Natalya card too much. Everybody expected Natalya to be the first person that goes under Jade Cargill. So might as well switch it up. Bring Tamina in. We haven't seen Tamina on TV in a very long time. And Tamina is tough. She looks the part. She's a tough wrestler. So she'll look good as she getting defeated by Jade Cargill. So I'm not mad at it. But I would have preferred to see something a little more exciting like Charlotte Flair or even Nia Jax or, somebody that we know is a threat and could actually beat Jade Cargill. Let's just be honest. Nobody thinks that Tamina is going to beat Jade Cargill. We know the result of this. We know it. This is like when a new guy comes in and they put the Miz in there with them. We already know what the result going to be.
What you got for me, Sylvan?
This is smart. I think this is smart booking. I think that this is going to show how big and bad Jade Cargill really is. Even the people who do beat Tamina, it's not an easy feat. So if Jade Cargill could like squash Tamina, then this is just like, whoa. Like anyone who's squashing Tamina is like, that's nuts. Like you never see her manhandled like that. But it needs to be a squash. This doesn't need to be competitive. They don't need to be having like back and forths and, this leads to like some pay-per-view to get her over. It's like, nah, this needs to be like a very short squash match. Maybe like some challenge that happens at a major pay-per-view and it's over in like 2 minutes. It needs to be that. And from there, she kind of needs to be more protected. I think that Jade Cargill is a big deal. And the problem is that she does need to be going against the Charlottes and the Becky Lynches and the Bianca Belairs, but they got to find a way to not push the button too soon. But the problem is that you probably need to, because she really is that much of an attraction, and you don't want to like squander her. Not squander, but like you don't want to waste too much time with Jade Cargill doing what Nia Jax is doing, which is like going out squashing like a bunch of people who are undermined, who are not as competitive as her. It's like, nah, we don't need that. We know she's that. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. Smart move.
Well, shout out to Jade, man. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait for her actual in-ring debut. And I truly believe she's going to have a great career over there at WWE and will be one of the greats. She got a nice body too, by the way, man. She's like built of steel. It's kind of crazy, yo.
Eric Bischoff said she was the female Rock. I don't know if y'all.
Oh, I don't know about
the female Rock.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff said he thinks that she can be the female Rock, and I was like, oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
Yo, so shout out to Jay. That's crazy. But speaking of women, our girl Rhea Ripley ranked number 1 on PWI's top 250, and I must say that this is the first time in a decade that none of the 4 horsewomen were top 10. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, shout out to Rhea. I already said she's the future of the company. She's doing her thing, and she deserves it. Number 1 for sure.
Yeah,
no question.
Definitely.
Fact. She definitely deserves it. A lot of people are upset about it because they're saying that she don't defend the title enough to really deserve the spot. But I'm here to say, who cares? We don't care if she's defending the title every night. As long as she's out there and presenting herself as a star and getting people to watch the show, I'm all for it. And I love that they're presenting her now as the leader of Judgment Day. She's not just a member. She's the leader now. And I'm all for it, man. Shout out to Rhea Ripley. She got a long career ahead of her because she's only 27. I did not realize that Rhea Ripley was this young. She got like decades left in this business. Yeah. She's going to be one of the greatest ever when she retires.
MJF age.
Exactly. She's MJF's age, yo. Like, she's young. So she got a big future ahead of her. Best women's wrestler out right now. I'm sorry, but she is. I'm not mad at her being number 1 ranked on PWI's top 250 or top 300, whatever it is.
Yeah, shouts to you, Rhea. You already know how I feel about Rhea Ripley, man. Best out here. One of the best out here, period. I don't have any qualms about Rhea Ripley's title reign. I think her title reign is more of a reflection of how WWE has been treating the women's division as a whole. It's a little bit fragmented to me, but it seems like they're getting it together. See, I think Hunter's really pulling it together. So, shouts to you, Rhea. Keep killing it. You got your whole
Shout
life
out
ahead
Rhea,
of you, man.
Hopefully she can come on the pod one of these days, man. Shout out Rhea, y'all.
That'd
Facts.
be crazy.
That'd be
Y'all be crazy,
insane.
y'all. Now, man, this next topic is a heartbreaker, man. Sting has finally announced his retirement from wrestling. Oh man, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to watch. So his last match will be at AEW Revolution 2024. It was just a shame seeing him announce such a pivotal moment of his career in front of like 200 people. No,
Talk it.
No, like,
talk that talk,
no.
Cooley. Talk that talk. Yeah. I wish I had gunshots right now. Yeah, talk that talk.
Like it was so sad. Like it's like seeing this legend Sting. We're talking about Sting announcing his retirement, and the camera shoots to the crowd, and it's like empty chairs, like empty, and it's like it seemed like he just in a college lunchroom, yo. Like it's like, what is going on here? He deserves way better than that, y'all. Like Sting is a GOAT, man. Like that was sad to see. That was sad to see. I really think that AEW need to book smaller venues, yo, because that's not cool. It's not cool, man. Not Sting, man. What's
Cooley,
going
you
on,
foul,
bro?
man. You didn't have to
But
bring up the audience, bro.
Nah,
you didn't
seriously.
have to do
Cooley
that. Come
is
on,
telling
bro.
the truth.
That picture is
It
instilled in
stings.
my head, yo. Like it's like, yo, this is Sting, yo,
Mm-hmm.
and it stings. No pun intended.
Man,
But like, yo, that's crazy, yo.
he was out
Shout
there
out
like
Sting,
he was out there
He's a
like
goat.
Will Smith on the series finale of Fresh Prince when he just standing in the house by himself, like where everybody at. But
That's
good
cold.
career, man.
Oh,
Legendary
That's
career. Love Sting to death. It was time, man. It was time. It's a shame that we'll never get Undertaker versus Sting. That was the match that we all grew up wanting to see, and
Man.
both guys are now retired, and we're never gonna get it. So that sucks. But shout out to Sting, and I hope this match is against Darby Allin because he's been managing him for a while. Might as well put him over on the way out.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Man, Sting, legend, true legend, stuck to your morals. You even got to still have those WWE moments, which, I'm really happy for you for. I mean, what more can I say about your career, man? And the fact that you could still go at this age, 67, I think, 68.
Yeah.
I mean, man, come on, bro.
Oof.
Like,
Yeah.
isn't it 67? I think.
Let me see. Because it's showing the singer. He's 64.
64.
He's 64.
Damn. Word. So the fact that you can still go at 64 is really nuts. It's really nuts. I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm really happy for you. I actually am glad that you're retiring at AEW. Of course, I think it would be great for you to retire at WWE, but ultimately you did your time there, and man, you were very impactful to the fabric of AEW, and I think it's no better way for you to go out than at the 4-year anniversary of when you debuted it, or 3-year anniversary of when you debuted it. So thank you for everything, man. We don't need anything else from you. You gave us more than we could ever ask for.
He gave us WWE, WCW, Impact. He gave us a lot of classic moments.
Yeah, bro.
He even gave us a classic with AJ Styles back in 2009 on Impact.
Yep. Big classic.
Was it Bound to Glory or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Bound for
That was a
Glory.
classic. He gave us some classics, man. He got one with Cactus Jack. I think that was like in 93.
I'll tell you what wasn't classic though.
Shout out
that
to
match
Sting,
with Hulk
man.
Hogan, man. That definitely wasn't a classic. That shit was terrible.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Nothing with Hulk Hogan is a classic. So
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Yeah. Shout out to Sting, man. Shout out to Sting. Now, the last topic I will talk about is Tony Khan. Yes, I said it. Tony Khan. He is back in the news. He is alleging that WWE tampered with 2 contracted talent while his mother was sick in the hospital. We now know who those 2 were, which was William Regal and Swerve Strickland. You guys, what is going on in the brain of Tony Khan? Is he still crashing out? Is he still angry about something? What is this story?
Tony Khan is trying to, and shout out to Tony Khan's mom. I hope she's doing okay, because when your mom's in the hospital, that's a serious thing. So definitely prayers to her. But Tony Khan is definitely using this to grab sympathy over that fact that NXT defeated Dynamite the other week. Like, you don't have to bring your mom into a situation like this. Contract tampering, it sucks, but it's a part of the game. Like, the day after Edge's contract ended with WWE, he showed up in AEW. Like, literally the next day. You're telling me that you had no contact with him before that time? Like, obviously, y'all tampered too. Contract tampering is just a part of this world. So, Tony Khan, sorry. And Swerve Strickland, I love Swerve Strickland, but he kind of wild for running to Tony Khan and telling them that WWE was contacting him. He ain't have to do all that. If you want to turn him down, just turn him down. Why you gonna run to the boss and tell him all? Like, come on, bro. Come on, Swerve. We black. We don't do that. We don't do that over here, Swerve. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Come on, Swerve. Yeah, man. What you got, Sylvan?
Yo, shouts to Tony Khan's mother, man. Shouts to her. Hope she pulls through. Never wish any ill on anybody, man. With that being said, yo, this ain't personal, Tony. Like, it's not personal. Nobody was thinking about your mother being on bed rest and saying, you know what? I'm going to tamper with this contract because this is what's going on with Tony Khan's mother. Nobody's thinking about you in that capacity, bro. Like, you get over yourself. Like, get over yourself, bro. Like, it's not that deep. It will never be that deep. You know why it won't be that deep? Because this has always been a one-sided war with you. You are fighting remember that meme of somebody yelling at a brick? That's you in WWE. You were just yelling at a brick wall, making up stories about how things are directly targeted at you to gain sympathy for yourself. When in reality, you're just playing a billionaire's game, bro. It just is what it is. You're a billionaire fighting with another billionaire. And except your company isn't a $1 billion company. So I just think Tony, man, like, I think you're in for.
Don't say it.
I want you to do better, bro. I want you to do better, bro. Because I see you, and I just see a 40-year-old billionaire son who wants something to work out really bad and wants to be bigger than your competition, and you don't know what that really takes because you ain't really got the heart to do it. And I hate that I feel that way.
Yikes.
Right.
It is what it is,
the heart, man. You ain't got the heart, bro. You just playing wrestling. You just playing wrestling on there, man. So,
but before I get out of here with my rundown, I do want to give a shout out to Kofi Kingston. He's doing incredible things. He's doing incredible things for his country out there in Ghana. He opened up a library and a digital center, for the youth out there, laptops, schooling, and all that. So, yo, shout out Kofi, man. That's dope.
Big Kof, man.
Yeah,
come on,
big
bro.
Shout out.
Congratulations, Kofi. That is no small feat, dog.
Big shout out to Kofi Kingston. Well,
that's it for
it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you mentioned Kofi Kingston because it's time for the Black Wrestler of the Week. Because on this podcast, we like to give our flowers to Black wrestlers, both past and present. And honestly, when I came in here, I wanted to give it to Kofi Kingston because Kofi Kingston opening up a library in Ghana, that's super ill. That's super dope. But I had to rethink it a little bit because when I came up with this whole Black Wrestler of the Week concept, I kind of wanted it to be meant for Black wrestlers of the present that are kind of underlooked or overlooked. And I kind of wanted it to be for Black wrestlers of the past who really never got the flowers that they deserved. And honestly, we all love Kofi Kingston. We show mad love to Kofi Kingston all the time. Kofi Kingston is one of the most loved wrestlers in the world. So he is definitely appreciated. I want to use this time to give my flowers to a guy we've kind of forgotten over the years, a man named Primetime Elix Skipper. Primetime began his career in WCW.
Qwan.
Don't tell me you had the same one. Don't tell me you had the same one, Cooley.
Bro, yes, I swear.
Wow,
Nick, oh my God, wish I could show you this picture.
That is insane.
Bro.
That is absolutely insane.
Bro,
Look.
he has one of my favorite spots of all time, bro, on TNA.
I'll get into it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. Look, primetime Elix Skipper.
Let's get it.
He began his career in WCW as a member of Team Canada, Lance Storm's faction, Team Canada. He was one of the very first people to make the jump from professional football in the CFL over to pro wrestling. But primetime Elix Skipper didn't really get popping like that until TNA. Once he got to TNA, he was a member of a faction with Christopher Daniels and Low Key called Triple X. And Christopher Daniels, primetime Elix Skipper was responsible for one of the most incredible spots that you'll ever see. This is probably the spot that Jay Cooley is referring to. When he walked the top of a cage at Lockdown and did a Hurricane Rana on Chris Harris from the top of the cage. Like, he literally if you're out there, make sure you search this highlight. Bro. He literally tightrope walked the top of the cage and hit a Hurricane Rana on Chris Harris. One of the most incredible spots you'll ever see. That happened in what, like 2009 or like 2010? It was early in the 2000s, and we still talk about that clip today. Yeah. Like, that clip still lives today. But the main reason I wanted to give it to primetime Elix Skipper is because I feel like he's in that Too Cold Scorpio realm where he is very innovative in what he was doing at the time. A lot of people kind of adopted what he was doing and do it now. So it's the norm for us now. But before primetime Elix Skipper, a lot of these people weren't doing these moves. He was very innovative, and I feel like that gets lost over time. Like, people don't really give primetime the respect and the flowers that he deserves. So honestly, I hope somehow, some way, primetime Elix Skipper finds this clip and he realizes that, he is appreciated, because he definitely is over here. We love you, primetime. Hope you doing well. We haven't seen you in a while. Pop up, say hi, man. Let us know that you're doing well, because we haven't seen you in so long, and we love you. We love you over here. So shout out to primetime Elix Skipper. That's my nomination. But Sylvan, who you got?
And also, I want to include. He had stepped away from wrestling because his son had got killed, and he said his heart wasn't in it no more.
Whoa!
Yeah, he said his heart wasn't in it no more, so he just never came back. Yeah,
Jeez, that's wild. Wow. Bro. I didn't know either.
Yeah, his son got killed like in 2009. He was like, "I'm
that's
done.
crazy,
I can't."
bro.
Yeah,
bro. Shout out to primetime.
That's crazy.
Man. That is insane. What are the odds that we both come in here with primetime?
I have that,
Skipper,
bro. I have that picture. I have that picture on my computer, bro.
That is so crazy. That's so crazy,
bro.
And this is not a name you hear often in wrestling. Like I said, like, people kind of forgot about primetime, and he was so innovative. Like, he was doing stuff that people are doing now back then. And it's like, man, that's crazy. Yep. Shout out to primetime, man.
Primetime. All right, man. Well, I'm giving my Black Wrestler of the Week. Hey, I know y'all laughing because I already told y'all, but hey, look.
Let's get it.
Hey, look, man. I want. Hey, I'm giving my Black Wrestler of the Week to a very underappreciated big man. God rest in peace. I'm talking about one of the originators of big men in general, but also one of the first big black men in wrestling that really held it down. And he's no other than the one and only Viscera. Now, Viscera doesn't get a lot of respect or a lot of love. Nelson Frazier, my guy, definitely is one of the most impactful big men in wrestling. Me growing up, when I first tuned into wrestling at any given point, my fondest memories were watching the Ministry of Darkness and seeing Viscera pop up in this big old black spandex shiny suit with context eyes and black teeth and a mohawk, just looking like the scariest, most insane character villain ever, man. And he doesn't get enough respect. He doesn't get enough dues. And before he was Viscera, he was Mabel. And in the WWF from 1993 to 1996, King of the Ring winner, especially at a time, those golden era ages where it just really wasn't great. I felt like his presence, him being a main eventer, we don't talk about it enough. And a big part of the reason why we don't talk about it enough is because Once again, he was a main eventing and was a big draw at a time where WWF wasn't really the most popular thing ever. And I just feel like when it comes down to big black wrestlers, we don't talk about Viscera enough. So I want to give my Black Wrestler of the Week to a WWF Attitude Era legend, Mabel Nelson Frazier, Viscera. My God.
And shout out to the Big Daddy V gimmick too. Y'all
Shout
remember
out
that
Viscera,
when he was
man.
like humping people in the ring?
Yeah,
You
Big Daddy
remember
V.
that? Yeah.
He was wearing
That was a
pajamas to
nasty
the ring
time.
and
Wow.
just like humping people. Hey, it was fire though. I was in.
Yeah, it was
Shout out to
very,
Big Daddy V, man.
I wasn't in. I like purposefully like didn't include that. I was like, let me get it, you know. But still, you know what I mean.
Big Daddy
you know,
V. He was really humping people.
yeah, man. It was
Like really just like bang. He was like on. Yeah, that was crazy. I can't. Hey, Vince McMahon, bro. Vince McMahon. But shout out to Viscera, man.
Yeah, man.
Cooley.
Shout out to Viscera,
On you,
man.
man.
He was
It's on
also
you.
a hardcore champion, man. Right before he left.
And tag team
2000.
champions too, right? In like in the early
Yep.
'90s with who was it with again?
Well,
I know they were
God dang,
against,
But what are they called? Men on the Mission or Boys on the Mission or something?
yeah, and they had like a rap.
Something.
Then they have like a rapping manager or something.
Yeah.
Like that. They had a manager
Like,
that
what
used to
was
rap or
that?
something like that. It was like very
Yeah.
short lived. Bro, I don't know what that was at all,
forgot.
but it was a thing though.
Yeah. Whoo, that's a tough decision to make, man. My guy, Prime Time and Viscera, humping people in the middle of the ring, man. And he died so young, man. That's such a shame. Dog was only 43, dog. Like,
Yeah,
God
man.
Damn.
It's tough, bro. It's tough, man.
Man.
R.I.P. man. True legend.
R.I.P. man. Well, Qwan won this round, y'all.
Yeah,
because
straight
you know, hey, shout out Prime Time.
Prime Time's a great
Listen,
choice, though, man.
Bruh,
That's a
super
fire
crazy,
choice.
bro.
Like I would have picked Prime Time.
Crazy, bro. Come on, man. Like people, he doesn't get his flowers enough. It's like he's an unsung hero in this wrestling world. But yeah, that spot I literally have that picture on my computer. Like it's a classic picture. It was a classic spot. Man, what a great dude, man. And hope he's doing great in life, you know, wherever he's at. And
Facts.
continue to heal,
Like-
you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, man,
Prime Time,
super-
Elite Skipper.
Super innovative, man. Like this dude, you got to understand, this dude was doing the stuff that these new AEW guys, these PWG, he was doing the stuff that they're doing now back then. He was like the originator of a lot. And that's why I like to say him and Two Cold Scorpio are two of like the black unsung heroes. They innovated a lot of what you see today, and they don't get the credit for it. If there was no primetime Elite Skipper, there's no AJ Styles, there's no Kenny Omega, there's none of these guys. Primetime walked so they could run. So shout out to Primetime Elite Skipper. I hope he finds this clip somehow, some way, because I want him to know that he is appreciated in this wrestling world still. Now,
I heard
Nate Tubb.
I heard Chris Harris was like kind of hesitant with the spot at first because he was like that looked kind of dangerous, like woo. And he went along with it. And then when it was in action, he seen Skipper almost fell. He was like, "Oh, I don't know, we gonna do this." But out of nowhere, he was like, "Woo woo!" I'm like, "Oh snap!" Yeah, I heard that was a crazy story, man.
that was a
Story,
very dangerous spot. I'm glad nobody else has done that because
Jesus.
that was scary to watch. I was like in my living room going crazy.
Yeah, he
when
almost
I saw that
tripped.
for the first time. Yeah, like halfway across, he started leaning. I'm like, oh no, is he gonna do it? But he did it. Shout out to Primetime, man. Shout out to Viscera too. We love you, Viscera. Now, fellas, you know what time it is. Black Wrestler of the Week is always immediately followed by something a little more dark, a little dirtier. The Pack 'em Up Awards, baby. This week, I got to pack up Y2J Chris Jericho. I'm sorry, but Chris Jericho, man. Stop being a sore loser. I know AEW Dynamite lost to NXT and it hurt your soul. But, bro, I would say CM Punk. John Cena was on that show. Cody Rhodes was on that show. Asuka was on that show. Paul Heyman was on that show. LA Knight was on that show. Clearly, WWE stacked the deck so they can win. Just live with it and move on. The best thing to do in situations like this where you suffer a loss is to just, brush it off and move on to the next show. Don't even acknowledge that loss because you know what? Everybody loses at some point. I've lost a million times. I'm sure my boy Sylvan has lost. Cooley, he definitely took a couple of L's, know what I'm saying? But you know what? We ain't cry about it. We ain't cry over spilt milk. We poured another cup and we moved on. So Chris Jericho, please stop commenting about this loss. Stop saying that WWE was playing dirty. Like, just stop. Just stop all of it. Move on. Be the man that you are, because you're one of the greatest of all time. And let's just get it popping. Stop crying. Stop crying, Y2J.
Look, man.
Sheesh.
I mean, look, I got to follow Qwan on this one, man. I'm packing up Chris Jericho. Look, Chris, I know this is personal for you because there's somebody that you really love that's running NXT. Let's keep it a beam. HBK. We know your obsession with your favorite wrestler of all time, and we know that you have a real vendetta against him, and that's okay. But look, man, like you don't have to talk big and bad for us, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. We still know you for being on the other side. All right, like that our fondest memories are of you over there. Now, you did a couple cool things over at AEW, but your run over these past 5 years has not been nearly as impressive as anything that you've done in WWE or WCW for that matter. Let's just keep it a beanstalk. All right, so I love you, Chris, but don't be a sore loser, brother. Like, take your losses and keep it pushing. That's all I got for you.
Damn, I don't know who I'm packing up, y'all. Jericho really my guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love Chris Jericho.
Packing up Tony. I'm packing up Tony Khan. F it. Since we talking about crying, since we talking about crying and complaining, he did the same thing. He brought up the contracts and all that because he's a sore loser because he lost. And also, who books the venues? Is it Tony or who,
I don't know.
Who books the venues?
Cooley is really mad about these venues.
I'm packing up the booker. Bro, I'm packing up the booker. I'm packing up the AEW booker. Whoever's the booker, I'm packing you up because we literally could have saved this announcement for Full Gear. The crowd would have been, incredible. What? Why? Why are we doing it at a liquor store? What's going on?
A liquor store is crazy. Oh my God! Wow.
We should have did it at Full Gear. We should have did it at Full Gear, bro.
Facts,
he deserved Full Gear, man.
Yeah,
come on, man. Like,
I don't random Dynamite.
I'm packing. The AEW booker is getting packed up. I'm sorry.
Yo, I will say this though. AEW be hiding that audience very well on TV, because when you watch on TV, it look like them stadiums be full. They be looking packed. But then the pictures come out and it's like, yo, this shit is half empty on one side. It's insane,
CGI.
man. Hey, they better use AI. Use AI to put some people in that audience, man, because it be looking bad.
Yeah, man.
They had my boy Sting standing.
They need to go to the OG
alone.
Raw days, man.
What you mean?
Go back to the OG Raw days, man. Go back to remember when Raw first debuted and those venues were like what 700, 800 venue.
Yeah, they were small.
They were small, bro. Like go down to 2,000, 3,000 person venues, man. 1,500, like, and then make your pay-per-views arenas so it can feel like a real event. Like y'all are doing good on your PPVs, sort of, not really, but
yo,
get some new territories too, man. Y'all can't go to Chicago every day.
Maybe AEW need to start running shows in the Impact Zone at Universal Studios. Hey, go to Full Sail, man.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. Run it up.
But yeah, those pictures be hurting my heart because I know AEW is doing their thing. Like, these shows have been great, but when those pictures of the audience comes out and it's like half empty, like seeing Edge standing in that ring cutting a promo to a half empty arena, it's like
crazy.
Damn.
And Edge don't care about that, man. Like, Edge is living his best life. He's like, bro, I've been in WWE for 20 years. I'm just here to wrestle my best friends and enjoy this while before I retire. Like, he don't care about competing. So,
right. Yeah, but shout out to Edge, man. Shout out to
Figure it out, Tony.
Well, fellas, y'all know. You know what? I really think the issue is, and why the AEW is having these like terrible turnouts as far as their audience goes. I'm gonna tell you why. I honestly think that you got to tune in to the next episode to find out why, because I can't give you that right now because we out of time. We out of here, baby. This has been Wrestling with the Homies. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on so you can get notified when we go live. We out of here. Peace.